It's Lisa. We're going to do a gutting a book out today. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. First off, this is a book the other day that I have already gutted. And I was just going to show you the procedure of how to cut this following another book. I'm just going to show you the simple procedure of gutting a book so that you can use it to put in to use for your junk journals. So what you're going to need is one of these. I use one of these to gut my book. So this is another book about the same size as the book that I'm going to be using. And so what you want to do is you want to open it up to where you can see where there's a space here between where the book, you can see where, I don't know if you can see it very good, but from here there's an opening where you take it and you put your knife right on the edge here, or your finger. It's pretty loose, but actually what I should say is that when you're picking out a book, make sure that this is really in good shape, because you want that to stand up pretty good and stay sturdy for you. So let's just go ahead and get started with this. See if I can do it with, you can see it very good. So you just want to right down the edge in between this gap here. And you just want to, let's see if I can do this without wrecking it. You just make it down on this side like this. And that's like that. And then on the other side, you take both of these together like this. And let's see, and then you just go down the edge like this. Right along that edge. You might want to turn it this way so you can see it better. Right along that edge. Just like that. And out comes your book. Out comes the pages in your book. And you can also use these pages to add in your journal when you're doing it. And so in this one, you would just kind of clean up the edges. Make sure it's nice and flat. I would get some scissors out and cut it. Just make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, and then this side too, of course. So I already did this side. Just a little bit here. Okay, and then so this is what this looks like. And but actually, this is not the book that I'm going to be using because I had already got it out of a book that I'm going to do and show you. But I just wanted to show you the procedures of how to do that. So then we're going to just set this aside here. And this is the book that I wanted to work on and show you how we're doing on this one. I like this book because it's pretty thin. It's German, and it's just, I don't know, I like it. It's a nice size book and everything, and I think it's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to set these aside too, and this is what you want to look like this. And so I'm doing a procedure that I've never done before, and I'm not even sure, I've never seen it done before, but I'm sure that there are people that have done it. You know, I'm certainly not taking credit for, you know, creating this method, but I thought it up, and there's probably people doing it. So, you know, I just wanted to quickly show you how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to bind this. So first off, I measured from, let's see here, from here to here I measured with my ruler. And you know, and it's probably, it's about 6 3/4 inches. And then then I measured it to be this, and I put it on cardboard and I measured it so that this piece would fit right in here with like a 1/4 of an inch on each, an 1/8 of an inch on each side, so that it fits in, just sits in here like this pretty nicely. And you want it to be so it's not real close to the edges, so you can at least close it pretty nicely like that. And then with this, let me put this aside for a second. And with this, I'm going to measure. I'm going to find the center of where this is. Now this is 3/4 of an inch by, what do we say, 6 3/4 by 3/4 inch right here. So half. So we're going to put a line right down where the half mark would be. And I'm kind of eyeballing it. And I'm going to just put a line, just draw a line right there. Okay, then it's pretty much centered. So now what you want to do is you want to come over and you want to put, from the end, you want to go in about 1/8 of an inch, right where this line is here. I'm going to draw another line. And then on this end, same thing. You're going to come in just like about 1/8 of an inch here. Just like that. And draw another line. And then on this, the center line now, you're going to erase the center line. So you just have 2 lines that run in about 1/4 of an inch, why do I keep saying 1/4 of an inch? 1/8 of an inch in. So I'm going to erase this one. And then we're going to set this aside for a minute here. And I wanted to show you some pages that I picked out, some papers and things that I picked out for this book. And oh, by the way, each of these lines is going to represent a 2 signature book. This is going to be a 2 signature book. So this I'll set in here for a minute, and it's going to sit like this. And then so then I was going to show you some page selections that I got, some paper that I chose for my 2 signatures. And I was going to bring those out real quick and show you what I'm going to do for my first signature. And I'm just going to put these papers together. And what I went ahead and did was I had some papers that I got from a friend. And I don't know if you guys watched me last time that I was filming. I got a bunch of these different papers for different things here. Just different papers. And I picked out a few papers that I wanted to use for my junk journal to put together. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back here. Just wanted to kind of give you an idea. And then on one of the signatures that I made here, I actually sewed it together. I sewed one page of that paper to another page, and this is a really lightweight paper. This isn't like a real heavy cardstock. And what I did is I sewed the edges with a zigzag stitch around the edges. I did gray, and then I kind of cut around the edges to kind of even it. Cut the white part off of the edges so that it matches pretty well, you know. And so I did that. What I did was, when I sewed it, I realized that I had did it upside down. So this is how I want it to be, and this is how the back is. It's upside down, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter at all. So I made 2 of these. I made one for my signature cover for my first signature, and then another one I made for my second signature with also lines in the center of it, and it's just this one here. But I want to put together both of these signatures, and I'm just going to, I got some random paper. I got a doily. I got some different papers that I've chosen to use for these. And it's kind of fun to put a variety of different sizes of paper, different types of paper. These are ledger paper, and then some tea-dyed paper, some different items. So I'm going to just take my, just going to open these up and just kind of put these in there randomly the way I think they look. Oh, they're going to look nice. Yeah, I'm going to just line them up, and this is what you do, is you just put them in and make them look nice, however you want to put them in. I'm just going to work on getting this in real quick, and so. But anyway, we had a really great time. My daughter got married, and it's just a great day. The wedding went really well. She was very happy. Beautiful, beautiful bride, and everybody was so happy. It was just a wonderful, wonderful day, I would this side, so I think I'll turn this way. She's getting ready to go on her honeymoon. The middle of this week, she's going on her honeymoon, so it's going to be wonderful. So let's see. Put these in the way that I kind of like them to go. How I would like them to be in here. It looks kind of nice. Let's see here. Put these together. That one's right in the center. Good. Let's see. Alright, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and put this inside of my signature here. Just like this. And now, what I want to do, and this is part of the technique, is that I want to just put in just one stapler. I mean, just one staple in this. Let's see here. I have my long arm stapler, which is really cool. I'm just going to put a staple. And now what I should do actually is pin these edges so you can see me. So this holds it together better. And I usually just put them on each end, kind of clip them. This one's kind of different because I don't have a clip for this center one here, but it's going to be fine. Just going to clip them on here. Just to hold it in place for a second here. This one's not clipped, but that's going to be fine. Okay. Now you find where it's folded. And all I'm gonna do is put one little staple right in the center, like that. Just like that. I'm gonna take these off. I'm gonna make sure that these, you don't, it's the right side up on this, because I know that when I did this, this was upside down. So, this is what it's going to look like. I have one staple in it, just holding it together, and it's kind of in a way that I kind of like it. I arranged it in a way that I kind of liked it. And just checking to see how it looks here. I don't usually use a pamphlet stitch because I'd rather use my long arm stapler because I think it works good. I like how it works. So that's in there. I guess that's upside down, but it's okay. Come on, it's junk journal. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside, and I'm gonna start my next signature, which is this one. And I got some different papers for this. Let's see here. I got this one, just kind of pretty. This is my signature cover. And here's some more tea dye paper. And there's some of the brown paper. And there's some of this paper. So let's see here. Put these together. About that in there. Stick this one in here. Yes, like that. Maybe, let's see here. I like how they look. And then this one would fold out. That's cute. That's good. I like that. I really like that. I think I like it, so let's go ahead and put it in. Alright, and then on this goes, okay, let's see where the center is. And this, I think I'll fold this out just for now, just to make sure I'm getting it stapled where I want it to be, and kind of see where it's going to be at. And use my clips again, clip it. And you can use any kind of paper, you know, you can use stationery paper, just any kind of paper that you really like. to use, and these were just random papers that I chose that weren't, but you can use anything, you know, what you want. I have different ledger paper that I could use. There's going to be one time that we're going to go and I'm going to explain all the kind of papers and show you some different papers and techniques and stuff. But let's go ahead and do that. And then I'll staple this, just like we did before, in here. It's a Longhorn stapler. These are worth buying because they are just so handy to have. And trying to find the center, just staple in the center, just like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because the beauty of doing junk journals is not having it perfect, you know. So we're just gonna take these out. So there. I'm gonna fold these back in like I wanted them to be. And now, so there's the second signature. So I got both of my signatures like this. They're both stapled. I have one stapled in the center. So now what I'm gonna do is my book, and I have this already. The lines. These lines is where each signature is going to go on each of those lines. And then I'm going to show you how to do that, how to get these on here. So what I'm going to do, and I've never done this before, so I've been kind of struggling in my mind of how I wanted to do this. I've got to make sure this is put in. This is the top. The top is upside down. I gotta remember that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put this right on here, just like on the line like that. I take some washi to hold it right on that line. Just like that. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay. And the washi is going to hold it right on that line. Let me get it. Again, I got to see what I'm doing here. Okay, right on that line. I'm going to put the washi right to hold this on here, just like that. And then I'm going to flip it over, just like that. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my stapler and I'm going to staple this onto that. You can feel where it's at over here. Okay, great. So I'm going to just staple that onto there. Staple that on there. 3 staples there so far. Okay, and I did it pretty close to the edge. And then this one, I'm going to take this one out, the one that I originally stapled, and now I'm going to staple this to that little piece of cardboard that's there. Right, like this. So I'm going to put 3 staples in it. Okay, and now that is stapled onto that little piece of cardboard there. And now, it's upside down, okay, like this. And then I'm going to take the washi off. That was holding this on to this line. Take it off. Some of it's stuck on here, but you know, you can take it off later, whatever you want to do. Okay, I'll take that piece of washi off. And then on this other line right here, on this line, I'm going to take this. This is the top. Okay, I think that's, let's see here. That's the top. So this one's going to go the top of this is going to go here. That's the top. So this one again, we're going to go ahead, line it up on that line. Take my washi tape And I'm gonna just put it right on the edge to hold that on to that line. I can't. Okay, let's see. There's that line. Okay, I'm gonna hold it on. This might be just too hard for some people. This is very different. And so then that's on that line. And I need to find the center of my book. That is the center, is it? Just like that. And then I'm going to staple very carefully these two ends like I did the other one. Okay. Just like, oh my goodness, just like that, and that. It looks like I stapled it right on the line. Great. Okay, it's a little off. It's supposed to be right on the line. It's a little bit off, but I think that's going to be fine. And at least it's on the cardboard. It's over a little bit more, so okay. And these aren't exactly even like I would like these to be, but I think it's going to be fine. And let me see how it fits in here. Yes, this one's a little bit longer, but you know, it's fine. So anyway, what you're going to do now, get this out of the way, is that you're going to glue. You're going to glue here and here. I'm going to use my PVA glue to glue it. So I'm going to go ahead and put a bunch in here, and I only want to put it up to that line. I don't want to go over that this part here. I want to kind of keep it in the middle of those two parts if I can here, and really put a lot of glue on it. Really put a lot. Then on this, put glue on here. Now, if you were, of course, if you were doing more than 2 signatures, if you were doing 3 signatures, of course, you would make this bigger. You'd put, of course, 3 lines instead of 2 lines. You know, of course. And then you gotta make sure this is the right way too. Okay, that's the right way. So we're gonna put it right on in, just like this. And I've never done this technique, but I'm very excited, very excited about doing it. Okay, so it's in. It is in. And just bring it up, bring the edges up, just like that. And push it. I'm gonna try to push it down and make sure it stays in. You know, just like that, just like that, and push it in. In there, just like that. And you want to set it there for a while until it it glues in there really well. You just kind of run your. I can get my bone folder out and see if I can push on it and get nice and straight. Okay, there it is. And if you don't have a bone folder, they are so nice to have. So I'm going to run this along this edge and just get it glued down really well right through here. And on this end, get it glued really down nice and neat. So like that. And this is a little bit taller, and you know, I'm not totally liking that, but I think it's going to be fine. And then I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit, dry, and then we are going to start decorating it. And so what I would like to do from now on is, while this is drying, I would like to every day come on, or twice a week or something like that, come on and just show you a technique or a page. We'll just do a page a day until we can fill this book up. And we're gonna have all kinds of fun doing this, and I think it's gonna be a blast because if you guys tune in and subscribe to my channel, we'll be coming and we'll be bringing this to you. We'll be doing this book. So, okay. Well, that's it for today, and I appreciate you guys coming and visiting me on my channel, and we will, when this is finished gluing, we'll come back and I will start to decorate. See you next time. Remember, send a comment, give a thumbs up, and subscribe. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.